Outrageously good, mass appealing, a powdery vanilla with the tiniest amount of citrus in the opening. If I could afford it, I would wear it every day. Typical PDM, find a common formula, popular in designers, smooth out the rough edges and amp up the performance. Throw in an extra note or two to differentiate it and then you have a PDM fragrance. We have to sit down for this video. Let's discuss the newest release by PDM, Althaïr. I'm presuming that's how you pronounce the name of this fragrance, Althaïr, because I played Assassin's Creed and I'm just presuming like it's the same main characters as Assassin's Creed 1. If you guys know, you know. I heard about this fragrance in the community through watching a lot of TikToks, some YouTube stuff, a lot of people saying quite positive things about Parfums Marley's Althaïr. I saw that people were saying it's insane, and the problem is a lot of reviewers like to hype stuff up, especially if it's a Parfums Marley. They like to see like, you know, like to seem like that they have this new release that is just really good. It makes them seem like they are the first one to get to something that's hyped up and great. But a lot of times when the hype dies down a bit, you do start to actually see the fragrance for what it is, in my opinion. And it's got good reviews on Fragrantica, so we can start off there. It's got like 4.2 out of 5, which is, you know, quite a high rating. The notes are here in front of me and on the screen, hopefully, for you guys. And I appreciate the notes. I don't really get the praline at the bottom, but we'll talk about this in a second. This fragrance, as that review said, mass appealing, I think is the correct way to describe Althaïr. It is a nicely blended fragrance and it has some high quality ingredients in there. When I got this sample, so I got a sample from an authentic sample website I always go to. You know, at first I did question the authenticity of this sample because I thought to myself, this reminds me of another fragrance so badly. But then I see that online, a lot of other people say the same thing. So this is an authentic sample in my opinion. And I got the opening here about 2 hours in, and I got it on paper here as well in front of me. So I've tried this fragrance for like 4 wearings now, 4 full wearings. My sample's pretty much run out. And I've got to say, it has nice, smooth, spicy warmth in here. The cardamom and cinnamon is a nice combo. It's quite balanced and natural in the opening. A very nice natural that reminds me of Hugo Boss Bottled Intense. And I'm shocked that no one else has mentioned that yet on Fragrantica from what I can see. If you guys have tried this fragrance, does this remind you of Hugo Boss Bottled Intense? Because it absolutely does for me. I think it's the cinnamon, the similar synthetic musks they've used here. It smells like a more niche version of Boss Bottled Intense in the opening, but it definitely reminds me of it. Or I could have also said to myself, this reminds me of Parfums Marley's Layton and Pegasus had a baby together, and other people have said similar things. On the dry down, it becomes more vanillic, more synthetic. It has that vanilla and ambroxan combo, which a lot of people have said it reminds them of Mercedes-Benz Club Black. And in my opinion, yes, it does remind me of that fragrance as well. So it smells like this fragrance is niche Hugo Boss Bottled Intense in the opening, and it dries down to niche Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This fragrance is nice. It'll do things for you. It gets the job done. I think most people will love this fragrance, but is it £240 nice? That is a question. With a lot of other great scented Parfums Marley, I'm not sure if I would spend that kind of money on this scent profile. As that other review said, it does feel like they've taken designer, mass appealing stuff and they've just made it a little bit more nicheified, a little bit more expensive smelling, performs really good, 10 hours longevity with a medium projection. I feel like this is a date night cold weather scent, so autumn and winter. I thought it would be a little bit more balanced, but the dry down is a little bit synthetic, a little bit annoying actually. It's a little bit intense with that ambroxan vanilla combo. Praline, I don't get that much. So the blend is smooth. It has some high quality naturals in there, but overall, I don't think this smells like a £240 fragrance. It has limited wearability in its seasons. It's got good performance, fair enough. So it's got that niche performance and smoothness, but it just is not worth £240. And that's what disappoints me about this release. Althaïr, I think actually gets way too much hype in the community. I'd give this a 6 out of 10 personally. I do not think it's particularly great, and it's a disappointing release by Parfums Marley. What are they meant to be known for? Are they meant to be mass appealing fragrances? Are you spending £240 to get something that's quite simple, so you can get at a much better price? You know, there's fragrances that are within the same brand that are similarly priced, like Layton or Carlisle, Ojan. These are much better fragrances. Naxos, Initio, which is the sister brand of Parfums Marley, you have Paragon, that's what I would spend my money on. £240 to get you Amouage Interlude Black Iris, which is just insane. That's a much better fragrance than this. This is smooth, it is mass appealing as people say, and a lot of people say, you know, they go from a sample. I think this is the kind of fragrance you get as a sample, and you probably would not buy a full bottle of this, in my opinion. I do think this fragrance is a shame because I do prefer releases like Calan instead. I'd rather Parfums Marley release something like Calan, which does smell niche. It smells creative. I like that they took a risk with that as opposed to this fragrance here, which they know a lot of people like, but it is not a £240 niche-worthy fragrance in my opinion. What do you guys think? Have you tried this release? and what approach do you think Parfums de Marly should be taking? They're meant to be known for their bold and exciting and really expensive smelling spicy fragrances, they're warmer, sweeter stuff. This is just not bold, it's not creatively risky at all. It just feels like it's copying a lot of other fragrances here, which is what is disappointing me about this release. So I think a 6 out of 10 is fair. Let me know, guys, your opinions in the comments down below. If you haven't already, see our Parfums de Marly's buying guide for all their other fragrances. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.